Hey everybody, this is Nick Wilson here with the Satori Alliance, and I have my helpers with me today. This is Polly.
Hi.
And this is Calvin.
Hi.
And today we're going to talk about remembering your students' names. So a few tips, I guess we'd call these instructor hacks to remember your students' names, especially if you have a lot of students in class. Number one, best thing you could do is try to get your students' names on their uniform to some degree. So whether that's embroidered, whether that's you're writing on there with a Sharpie or something, so where you're looking right at them and you can see their name right there and then. Number two is attendance cards. So if you happen to have attendance cards at your school, it's a great idea. If you don't, it's just simply a card that they're going to turn in every time they come to class. It's going to have their name on it, and it's a way for you to track their attendance and their progress throughout their different ranks. So what we could do with those attendance cards is, as those students are turning in those attendance cards, we would usually have them get collected at the beginning of class. You can have a stack of those cards with you and then call out the students to line up for class by name. Okay, so that's another good way for you to remember those names. And then another thing that we'll do is, let's say if you have a helper in class that could potentially take part of your warm-up, the beginning part of your class. Maybe they're doing some calisthenics or some jogging around the mat. During that time, I would take the stack of cards with me here, and I would just try to go through them all. Okay, this is Polly right over here. This is Jimmy right over here. This is so and so. This is so and so. And so I'm remembering the students' names that way. Okay. Can you go get your brother for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Wait.
She calls me yes, sir, every day at home, even though I'm dad. Okay. We gotta go get your brother. I wish, right? Okay. So so again, you've got names on your instructors. Or your names on your students' uniforms, utilizing the attendance cards, both at the warm-up phase of class, call them out by name that way, again, and use them during the warm-up, okay? So go ahead and put that down and come over here. Put that down. Come over here. Okay, the other one, and I got this from Mr. Kovar, this is a good instructor hack. Let's say you have a couple kids in class and you just can't remember their names for the life of you, is one thing I'm going to do is, okay, Calvin, come over here. Here, get in the camera, and Polly, come over here. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and do a drill together. First, face each other, bow. All right, before we get started, I want you guys to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Polly. Calvin. Hi, my name is Polly. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Polly.
What's your name again?
Calvin.
All right, so as they're doing that, I'm going to be within earshot, and I'm going to be remembering their names. So that's, again, a little instructor hack to remember your students' names if you happen to forget. Okay, so now, we kind of didn't pre-frame this very well. Why is this important? Well, here's the thing. Everybody likes to be called their name, right? Best way to build rapport with someone is to call on their name. Could you get away with some nicknames once in a while? Sure, absolutely. But, I would prefer to not give nicknames until I know that student really well and I have a good rapport with them. Okay, so especially from a parent's perspective, if somebody is teaching my kids and somebody's calling my kid buddy, maybe that'll fly a few times, but if they've been teaching for like months at a time and they're still calling them buddy, it's like, hey, you got to know my kids' names. Okay, so really important to have systems in place to remember those students' names. If you have 10 students in class, it's not that hard, right? But as your academy grows, as your school grows and grows and grows and grows, it's a lot harder to do that. One more way that you can do this is, as students are coming in the door, brand new students, and they're getting started with your school, they're enrolling, is to take a picture of your student and put them on, whether that's an application form or an index card or something with their names on it, and then go through the names to the faces periodically. So you might do that once a week just to, again, remember the names to the faces. Okay, so those are just a couple instructor hacks onto how to remember your students' names. All right, this is Nick Wilson with the Satori Alliance. Get my friend Polly over here.
Oh, yeah, hi.
Hope you guys have a great day.